Hi, and welcome back. We are on episode 50, and I think today we get to meet up with
We get to meet up with a strange character, Barabbas. So,
Barabbas.
Barabbas is mentioned in the scriptures in the Bible. He's supposedly Pontius Pilate gave the choice of Jesus or Barabbas to be crucified.
Oh, okay.
And apparently Barabbas was selected to be rescued and to be saved.
Okay. I think I remember that.
Yeah. So that's a story.
It's been a while, but I remember
That's the
that.
official story. We will see that things didn't happen exactly like that.
Okay.
But today we are going to cover something which has never been mentioned in the scriptures because Yeshua was by himself. Therefore, there was nobody to tell the story. But he has an encounter with the head, the chief of the zealots, who calls himself Barabbas.
Okay.
So in the previous episode, we were spending a day in Jericho, and Yeshua was helping Zacchaeus become the just.
Okay.
Zacchaeus is a Roman tax collector. So, and after being in Jericho, they all walked down to the house of Martha in Bethany, and after that, Yeshua will go to Jerusalem. So as soon as the little group entered the house of Martha in Bethany, she comes to greet them. She goes, "Oh, you're always present in my dreams, Rabbi."
I hope her husband wasn't around when she said that.
No, she's not married.
Okay, good thing.
And again, Martha is the sister of Eleazar, or the Apostle John. That's how people know him.
Okay.
And she also said, Iscarriis came the other day. They are looking for you.
Who's that?
The Iscarriis are the zealots, or the rebels who are trying to take away the Roman control of Palestine.
Okay.
And at this point, Yeshua catches the look on the face of his brother Thomas.
So they're kind of like a little militia.
Oh, it's more than a little militia.
Big militia.
It's a very big militia, yes. And so he catches the look on the face of the brother Thomas and a look of embarrassment and unease. And the people who listened to the previous episode may recall that during his, I think it was in the desert. When he was in the desert, he used his light body to visit a little encampment where his wife and his two brothers were staying, And he remembered also hearing a discussion by Thomas, who were complaining that Yeshua could be the king of the country if he said the words and if he went along with the Iscarriis and the zealots.
Oh, okay. So they wanted him to join the militia.
Yeah. So I mean, somehow Thomas, the carbon copy of Yeshua, because his twin brother almost, thinks that it would be good for him to do that.
Yeah, but isn't that wouldn't they be killing people?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
No,
I think he missed.
Yeah, we know very well, and we're going to see during this episode, why Yeshua does not want to go into that path.
Right.
Yeah, and so he knows that Thomas has some thoughts in the back of his mind, and he's pretty sure that he's hiding something. So quickly, the house of Martha is going to be invaded by about 15 locals, people, who heard that the rabbi was back. And instead of entering the house, Yeshua is going to sit under a fig tree and he's going to listen to all the requests of that little crowd.
He's like Santa Claus.
Yes, and there are a lot of children, and Yeshua asks them to sit next to him. He blesses the children. He likes them because of their innocence, And sometimes, he's looking at the kids and he sees in their eyes all the memories, all the negative habits from previous lifetimes. And so the blessing that he gives to those children is a way to give them a chance to not repeat the same mistakes as they did in previous lifetimes, He wants them to go in a different direction. than the world of the adults.
Mm-hmm.
And also avoid, repeating the same mistakes.
Right.
And unfortunately, this is a trait that we do a lot. When we reincarnate, we come back with our old baggages,
Yeah, we pick up the suitcase
Yes.
on the way in.
And we come back with the same stupid habits,
Yeah.
And in the evening, Yeshua is thinking about what he's doing in Bethany, and he regrets not going back to the shore of the lake. I mean, that's his favorite place to be, Capharnaum,
Mm-hmm.
But he understands that he must go to Jerusalem, and Bethany is an intermediary point, before jumping to Jerusalem.
Mm.
And at that point, he decides to talk to Thomas privately. Thomas is his twin brother. And
when you say twin brother, not literally twin brother, but he can be because he looks like
he looks identical to
okay.
Yeshua,
Okay.
to the point that people sometimes confuse them. Yeah. And Yeshua goes, "What do you know, my brother? And what are you hiding inside you?"
Thomas should be very afraid.
Yeah, and Thomas says, "Oh, it's probably not very important. A few weeks ago, I met a man coming from Tiberiad. He told me that hiding in the hills around Jerusalem and even to the sea, all the way to the city of Caesarea, there was a lestai, who is a brigand, who was trying to impersonate you. It was for them a way to recruit more people for their troops."
Oh my gosh, trick them.
Yes. And then Thomas says, "But I do not know if it's true." And Yeshua says, "It is correct. I can tell you."
Oh.
And Thomas goes, "How do you know?"
I paid him a visit last night.
No.
Okay.
Yeshua goes, "It is not me who knows, but the voice who speaks inside me, and the ears that listen to everything the wind carries." Thomas, when a man becomes love, there are always others trying to take his glitters and to falsify it, hoping people will be deceived. So this is the reason why we will have to come back here after I have finished what I need to do around the lake. In a few moons, if the Eternal wants it, we will be back in Bethany and in Jerusalem. But tell me, Thomas, these men who are impersonating me, why do you call them lestai, which means a brigand, And Thomas goes, "The people I'm telling you about are more violent than the zealots."
Oh.
Okay? They have no limits. And mostly, and Yeshua interrupts him and says, "Mostly, you're speaking about their chief, right? The one that mingled with us once in Migdal." And Thomas goes, "Barabbas, yes, he's everywhere." And Yeshua goes, "Yes, that's him. And do you know the name that was given to him when he was born? Yeshua.
Oh.
Exactly like me." And Thomas says, "I was told, but I could not believe it." And Yeshua continues, "Why not? Yes, his name is Yeshua. Everything has a meaning in this world. Learn to smile to this, Thomas. It is a game written for us by the Eternal. Look, think. A lot of people are saying that you are my twin. A face as well as a name can fool the people." So after this exchange, Yeshua goes back to the group to share a meal of chickpeas with herbs, mint, and olive oil. So see?
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good recipe. Very simple. And Martha is telling them how happy she is to receive them all in her home. She really enjoyed that. She lives most of the time by herself because her brother, Eleazar, is now with Yeshua constantly. So, and she announces that one cousin named Miriam, so it's another Miriam, but we're going to try to use a different spelling and pronunciation.
Okay.
Miriam, will be coming tomorrow on a donkey with her two brothers. And Yeshua at that point, noticed the sudden interest of his brother Thomas for the cousin Miriam. So obviously Thomas has heard about her who knows
Who
her.
knows her,
Yeah.
has seen her before,
Yes.
has his eye out for
So
her.
Yeshua is probing him on that topic. He
Like
wants
a brother.
Yeah, like a brother, exactly.
Yeah.
Like a big brother.
Uh-huh.
And Thomas goes, forgive me. You know that this is not of any interest for me.
Okay.
I am only living for the eternal, since you revealed it in me.
Okay.
And of course, Yeshua has a big smile,
Uh-huh.
And he
Nothing
goes,
escapes him.
yeah, he goes, what is that, my brother? You call Mariam that? And there is no need to blush and apologize.
He called him out.
And he continues and he says, the life of a man and a woman must be full, and the joy to experience it fully is a way to get closer to our one, to God, right? Can't you feel how the eternal offer himself every day and every night in an act of pure love? Again, the eternal is going through the woman you love, right?
And through the man you
And
love.
through the man you love. Yeah. And so at that point, Thomas does not respond. And Yeshua decides that the moment is right, to give him a gift. And so he takes his hand, closes his eyes, and fills his chest with light. And in him, very slowly, inside his head, is drawing a circle, perfect circle. He wanted that circle to be simple, but full of life and meaning. And then he opens his hands and he tells Thomas, take this, my brother. It is for you. At the moment, and you will know clearly for whom it is destined. And Thomas opens his hands and finds a delicate bracelet made of gold.
Oh.
So obviously, of course, Thomas is very touched and he bows his head in front of his brother. Yeah. And Yeshua is very happy. The day had been a wonderful day. He's among the people he really loves. And that discussion and the present that he just gave to Thomas, really made his day. Yeah. However, the peace of that day is going to be brutally interrupted, And a man showed up at the entrance of Martha's property, and from his look, Yeshua understands immediately. And he goes, it is me that you are looking for. And the man says, are you the rabbi, Yeshua? So the man kneels and places his forehead against the ground in front of Yeshua.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And Yeshua goes, you're a zealot, right? It is your chief that is sending you. And the zealot says, yeah, he wants to see you, Rabbi. Alas, he cannot move. And Yeshua goes, didn't he already see me? Yeah, and again, the audience can be sent back to a few episodes where they actually met. And the guy goes, a lot of things have changed, Rabbi. And Yeshua goes, where is he? And a few moments later, Yeshua places his forehead against Miriam's forehead, and everybody understands that Yeshua must go and would not be back until a day after, or maybe 2 days after. And Yeshua is actually happy of the opportunity to see the famous Barabbas. So Barabbas again means Bar Abbas, which means the son of the father.
Oh, okay. It sounds so like barbaric, right? So
well, it sounds like barbaric, but it's
a really nice name.
It's
actually.
it's a language, And then that's what it is. And the name has actually been chosen specifically to mean that.
Oh, yeah.
So he knew what the man was made of, but he was eager to meet him in the physical. And so both Yeshua and the zealot are going to start walking to Jerusalem. And the weather is cool, which is, very pleasant to walk. And Yeshua asks, what is your name? And the zealot responds, Yusuf, Rabbi. My name is Yusuf.
What a common name there.
And Yeshua goes, oh, I know that there are a lot of Yusuf, but were you not in Gennesareth before? So he recalls seeing that man before.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and the man, Yusuf says, yes, it is right. The Roman soldiers do not like us. And Yeshua goes, and so? Well, a lot of things changed, as I told you. We are regrouping, and Jerusalem is the place where things can change. Barabbas has gathered a lot of Iscarriis. Again, the Iscarriis are the zealot with that curved sword, you know.
Oh, okay.
And that's where the name comes from, yeah. And Yeshua is clearly and quickly understanding that a rebellion is being organized and that the Iscarriis have not given up on the idea of using Yeshua as their leader. Yeah.
Exactly what he didn't come to do.
I guess Yusuf must have read his mind, because he goes, we do not want to use you, Rabbi. We respect you. We just want you to understand why you must be with us. Perhaps as our chief. And Yeshua responded, don't you have Barabbas for chief? His name is not enough for you? You know, the son of the Father,
Right.
the son of God, right? And Yusuf goes, do not repeat it, Rabbi, but it is not his real name. He just took it. And Yeshua, is trying to probe him a little bit more. For which reason? Well, he used it to find strength, to get more than by calling himself Jacob Bar Judas.
Oh,
That's
that was his real name?
That's a real name, Jacob Bar Judas, Jacob, the son of Judah.
Okay.
And I think he's known in the Bible as Judah of Gamala or something like that. Yeah. And Yeshua goes, they do not like each other. And Yusuf says, nobody likes each other here, Rabbi.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing changed.
Oh, my goodness.
So once again, the vision of Jerusalem and its temple is for Yeshua a shock. It's a mix of admiration and mistrust at the same time. As they were arriving, he's looking at the city, and he sees an ageless city, fascinating, but at the same time terrifying. Not very big, but imposing. And Yeshua knows deep down, deep inside, that his life and fate would be decided in Jerusalem. It was not only the sense of his life, but the fate of the entire humankind in this world.
He was right.
Which would be played in Jerusalem, yeah. And I guess it's still being played.
Still today being played.
So again, Yeshua is thinking about what has been pre-planned of his pilgrimage on this planet, on Earth. But he knows that it has been erased from his consciousness. However, he knows and he feels that there are some premonitions of things to come, but he cannot get any details about it. And then nothing, again, as he's trying to find out, what is going to happen, there is an empty scene where everything has to be actually invented. The ecstasy of the divine going along with the salvaging agony, organized both since eternity. That's what it feels. So again, we are referring to the plan which has been put in place by the Fraternity of Shambhala and a few outsiders from outer space to try to change things on this planet.
They're trying to save Gaia.
Yeah. So in a way, not knowing exactly what was going to happen was giving him the chance to rewrite everything or to give it all up. And then Yusuf pulls Yeshua out of his thoughts, and he goes, it is too late, Rabbi. We will resume tomorrow at dawn. So it is too late to enter the city. And Yusuf had a plan. A friend would actually lodge Yeshua and Yusuf for the night. And at dawn, both men, Yusuf and Yeshua, are trying to enter the gates of Jerusalem, and they are disguised. They are wearing brown wool coats and a turban on their head. And they pass the Roman controls very easily, pretending to sell potteries that they have in a bag.
Oh, okay.
You know, I guess Yeshua is probably trying to make himself
Not make
less.
any eye contact.
Yeah, no
make
eye
himself
contact. Shorter,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
And then he asks Yusuf, where do you take me exactly? The gate of the fountain is here. And Yusuf goes, oh, wait, my brother Barabbas wants you to see how we are organized. It is a proof of trust for yourself. Are you afraid of the valley of the Hinnom? This is where we go. So the valley of the Hinnom is the valley where it's outside of the city of Jerusalem. And this is where all the people who have nothing, all the sick, all the brigands, and all the scum of humankind is living.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And Yeshua has this remark. He goes, "It is not the tzara of the body that we have to fear, but the tzara of the soul." So the tzara is the disease of leprosy.
Oh, okay.
Because all the people who had leprosy were staying in that valley.
Oh, they were.
Yeah. It was casted out. Yes.
And so, what did he say?
Well, he said, basically, we should not fear the leprosy of the body, but the leprosy of the soul.
Oh, yeah. It goes unchecked.
Yes.
Yes.
Quite often, yeah. And so they arrive to a big spiky bush, and there is a shelter half demolished. Something really, nobody would pay attention to it. And without hesitation, Yusuf is going to enter that shelter, and he covers the door with no rags. So it doesn't look like it would be used. And then he starts kneeling on the ground, and he uncovers a wooden lid. So he removes all the dirt, and there is a wooden lid on the ground, leading to a wooden ladder. And then he starts a torch and he invites Yeshua to come down. And both men are basically penetrating into a long underground tunnel. And the tunnel is extremely low and very narrow. And the air is, of course, stale. And they start walking. And at one point, Yeshua feels water around his feet. So the water is actually oozing from the walls all around them. And Yeshua guesses that they are under the river towards the wall of Jerusalem.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And
people learned how to dig deep down in those days.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah, we will see that those tunnels were built by a previous king.
Okay.
And Yusuf goes, "Very soon, Rabbi, we will be near the pool of Siloam." And I think I found an old map or an old drawing of the city of Jerusalem, so that will help people understand a little bit, like where we are. Yeah. And finally, the ceiling of the underground passage, grows higher, allowing the two men to walk standing up. And they turn into another corridor, revealing jars, amphors, a few chests, and a lot of swords and knives.
Stockpile.
Yeah. And Yusuf is very proud of that. And he turns to Yeshua and he goes, "You're starting to understand, huh?"
He's probably thinking, maybe I don't want to say this.
Obviously, they are very proud of their tunnel network.
Yes, their equipment.
Their equipment and all their weaponry. And Yeshua is wondering, why the Iscarriis are revealing all this network of underground tunnels and all this arsenal to him. Obviously, they are trying to impress him, right? That's the only reason, right? And finally, after all that, they arrive to a steep stone staircase protected by a metallic door. And Yeshua is now in a courtyard, so he's inside the city of Jerusalem in a courtyard, and two men are leading him to the famous Barabbas. The son of the father is actually not standing up, but laying on a bed.
Oh.
The room is poorly decorated. There is just a jug of water, 2 knives, a few blankets, and a pot for the hygiene of Barabbas. So it's very, very scarce.
He doesn't need much.
And Barabbas goes, "I would have preferred to receive you otherwise, Rabbi, but the bad pain is keeping me ridden."
Oh.
And Yeshua goes, "I had already understood while placing his hand on his heart. You know, he always does that. Like, and Barabbas immediately catches that. He says, always the heart, right? You and the Nazarene never give up. And Yeshua goes, I am not a Nazarene, and neither am I a rabbi. And Barabbas says, well, what are you then? Who are you? Can you define yourself? And Yeshua goes, well, you know what they say about me, right? And Barabbas, so many things are said. Yeshua tried to catch what he just said. He said, therefore, we are two. Don't you have a heart also? And Yeshua walks closer to Barabbas. You know, Barabbas is on some kind of a stretcher or a bed, you know, whatever. And Barabbas goes, I have a heart, yes, and it beats for this country. And Yeshua goes, I like this country too, like you, my brother, but it is too small, or my heart is too big. And Barabbas goes, what do you want then? The land of the red dirt, Egypt, Greece, Antioch, Rome, what do you want? And Yeshua responds, the earth. Simply, all of the men who have ears, eyes, and a heart, of course. Even those who do not have one, and those who do not know it. And Barabbas goes, you are Sikander then. Sikander. Sikander is the name of Alexander the Great.
Oh,
not so great, actually, but coming back as a prophet. No, forgive me. I do not want to mock you, Rabbi. I have some respect for you. I saw you say and do a lot of things that I do not understand. Often, you touched me. You gave me hope too, and you still do. I wanted to show you how we are organized here and throughout the country. Tunnels like these, there are many. King Iscarriis built them. The Romans have no idea about their existence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can you imagine, Rabbi, what we could do together? You are the voice. I am the hand. Isn't that obvious? Do you realize with those tunnels how we could appear and disappear? The people need you now. Us, the rebel, they know that we have been waiting for the right moment. And Yeshua at that moment, says, the people, it seems to me that you are not sparing it, Barabbas. Caught between you and the Romans, the people is suffering. And Barabbas continues, there are traitors and cowards in the people. When a body is sick, that you fight against the disease? And Yeshua goes, no, not me, no. I'm not fighting against it. My way is I inundate it with the light from my heart. I envelope it. I comfort it until the forces of the disease that caused it is no longer hungry and shuts down like a fire without air. And Barabbas goes, oh, these are words, Rabbi, and nobody understands them, really. Even among the miserables that are following you, I know, I've heard it. And Yeshua is shocked. Miserables? Listen, I am what I am, and my voice is not only made of words. But if there is one in particular that you want me to pronounce, we know which one. Know that I will not do it. And Barabbas continues, there is something in you of David or Solomon. I have read a lot and studied, There is something of these kings in you, but you do not see it. You're missing your life objectives and your people, Rabbi. So I am making a parenthesis here. I have to say that Barabbas is quite perceptive.
He is very perceptive. Yeah.
Because we saw that in a previous incarnation, Yeshua was King Solomon, right? Mm-hmm. And actually the father of Yeshua, Yusuf, was King David in a previous incarnation.
He picks up both of them. Wow. Yeah.
And Barabbas continues, "It is terrible. Tell me a single word, a simple yes, and you will be the king of that country, and you will be able to speak as much as you want. I am telling you, your place is no longer on the roads."
Mm.
And at that point, Yeshua has to talk. And he goes, "Barabbas, Barabbas, my friend, I'm telling you, and I repeat, that I do not come here to write a sequel to the stories of kings in this country.
Hallelujah.
I am here for the entirety of the human race on the earth. See, let me be my master in the name of Hawun, in the name of God, and do not use the name of Yeshua to create more confusion."
Mm.
And Barabbas, kind of offended, goes, "Hey, and if I was the Messiah, Rabbi?" "Yes, after all, what do you know?" And Yeshua goes, "Well, if it was you, the Messiah, you would not have to fake it. It would be obvious." So Barabbas is receiving this truth as a slap in the face.
Oh boy.
He tries to stand up, but the pain is locking him on his bed.
Mm.
And Yeshua goes, "It is your back, right?" And Barabbas goes, "I see Yusuf talk too much." And Yeshua goes, "Not at all. Your pain is reflected all around you. It is infected, and I see it. A wound right above your kidney."
Mm.
And Barabbas cannot believe what Yeshua tells him, He's a prisoner of his pride of being a chief of the zealots, while not hoping from some healings.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Do not touch me. Soon there will be nothing. It is not my first wound."
That's a good attitude.
Yeah. And Yeshua goes, "Really? Is this the way you want things to happen? You get nothing if you have no hope. A door will not open if you do not knock on it."
Oh, okay.
So
I thought he
obviously,
was having a good attitude. It's like he's going to be strong and he's going to get through this. But
well,
Yeshua was teaching him something else.
Yeshua could have healed him,
Right.
But obviously the man was too proud to
Yeah.
even accept that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Barabbas and Yeshua, I'm going to keep dialoguing a little bit, but the memory of nature are not telling us.
Picking that all up.
Yeah. I mean, I think we saw the most important of it, yeah. But
Mhm.
nothing comes out of it, Barabbas is just a block of vanity, of stubbornness and provocation, and behind it of suffering, more in his mind than his body, actually.
Mhm.
Yeshua still loves him, as any human beings, for the dignity that is in Barabbas, You see that Barabbas is not lukewarm, he's not incult, he has some knowledge,
Mhm.
And something is linking the two men, him with his wild look and Yeshua soaked by the eternal and indomitable consciousness, penetrating everything.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because the two men will not meet again, but their fate will be decided. Yeah. And Yeshua will leave Barabbas without healing him, while suggesting his brother Yusuf to give him some wine with myrrh to appease the pain. Yeah. So maybe
we got to remember that.
Yeah. Red wine with
little
myrrh. Yeah. So Yeshua lives by the street and tries to visit his uncle Yusuf, who also lives in Jerusalem. But however, Yusuf of Arimathea is currently not in Jerusalem. He's in Joppe to check one of his sheep returning to Judea. And before returning to Bethany, Yeshua goes to the hill of the olive trees, Mount Olives, I guess that's what they call, and he contemplates the city. On the way back, Yeshua thinks about Barabbas, who had not removed his armor despite being wounded, He was still on the bed with his full armor,
Mm-hmm.
And he tries to learn more about that man, And he sees that Barabbas is just a criminal and an assassin, But he's not darker than any soldier who have chosen war for their occupation, and death for their neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
And Barabbas is believing in something that is motivating him all the way to his guts,
Right.
There was no lesson to give him. He was living in the land of his truth, a land of confrontation from where one never returned unscathed.
Unfortunately,
Yeah. The sword will always call the sword. It is unavoidable. And the world needed someone to cut the thread of the vengeance, because people are just thinking in terms of vengeance.
Well, they're stuck in that
vengeance.
energy of vengeance,
Yeah. And probably more than that, but a man was needed, who could speak with I while thinking in terms of us and while watching the sun. Someone like Yeshua.
Yeah. Just like him.
So finally, he's back in Bethany, and someone washes his feet on his arrival as a sign of welcoming, And then Miriam gives him a glass of that white wine that Yeshua loves so much. So we are learning today that Yeshua was enjoying a little glass of white wine. Yeah? And then they eat some flatbreads with dried fish. Okay. And Yeshua noticed with pleasure that his brother Thomas is now closer to Mariam, who has arrived in the meantime. And the following day, after healing a young boy that has been paralyzed for years, the little group starts walking to the lake of Kinnereth. So they are back to the Sea of Galilee, I guess that's the name it has now. And Yeshua decides to go back to Jericho on the way back, as he wanted to see an old man who had something to tell him in person. So Zacchaeus had given away half of what he owned.
Oh.
Yeah. So the Roman tax collector, who had a lot of things, had given away to those beggars,
Wow.
half of what he owned.
Boy, Yeshua really had a
Yes. And he was now
impact.
He was now deserving his name, Zacchaeus the Just.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very good.
So in the next episode, we'll be back to Jericho and to some other places. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get another one out this week or early next week.
Yeah.
All right. But thank you so much for tuning in.